We've actually a couple of points and questions from SJ33 in brackets, Jake. Hi,
Hi,
Jake.
Jake.
Hey, Jake.
And T Money 58, basically saying the same point. Hi, all, says Jake. Xbox don't make many correct decisions, but can we agree they were correct to not make their own Pro console? And T Money 58 says, I feel like Phil is quite pleased with himself with not pursuing an Xbox rival to PS5 Pro. Based on that showing, am I wrong? This all kind of comes back to the concept of value for the extra money that you're going to get and whether it's worthwhile or not. Phil obviously made the determination that it's not. Sony made the determination that it was. Where do you stand on it, John?
Oh my gosh.
We have to see the games, really, don't we?
We got to see the games to see if it's even worth it at all. And so obviously in terms of sold consoles between the two, the PlayStation 5 is leading the Xbox by a very large margin right now. And even then, we're still debating whether this is worthwhile, right? I think with the Xbox space, when you look at what the sales have been like for the console lately, they're not really moving many units anymore. Like the subsidized console models clearly not working very well for them at this point, which is why we've been talking about them shifting gears potentially for next generation in the first place. So given what they might be doing, it absolutely makes zero sense for them to launch another enhanced subsidized Xbox, right?
Yeah.
Like I just, it doesn't logically make sense, especially if they're planning to shift their strategy so dramatically next gen. Like this, it just doesn't actually fit into it at all. And so I think they absolutely made the right decision. I think they're riding this out for now, and they're going to keep releasing games on Xbox Series consoles. You're still going to get Xbox games. They're coming along smooth. Game Pass is still going. And then they have big plans for next time. And there's just no way that an Xbox Series, I don't even know what you call it,
Triple X
would make the Triple X would make any sense this time, because with Xbox One X, it actually did make a lot of sense, given that Xbox One was the first console Xbox release that was basically inferior technically to the competition. Like Xbox and Xbox 360 were built on the fact that they were the better box. PS3 tried to claim it was, but it really wasn't. Let's be honest. The 360 was a better piece of kit overall. Xbox One was a gigantic step down, and Xbox One X basically caught up and surpassed the best of that gen. It didn't necessarily win them the generation, but it definitely did something for hearts and minds, and it was a beautifully designed console that sort of made up for the deficiencies of that original Xbox One, both in terms of power and just physical design. I would also say, like, it was just a really nice box. But yeah, this sort of thing doesn't need to happen right now. And Xbox Series X is still, it's everything it needs to be right now still.
Yeah, I'd also argue that, with all of the Microsoft games coming out on PC,
yeah, exactly.
I don't think this is a hardware problem. It's a software problem. They need to make their PC versions of their games actually tap into all of the high-end features that PC has to offer. And there's been progress there, but it's been slow.
It is slow.
I mean, there's no reason why Forza Motorsport shouldn't have shipped with the RTGI that was booted,
right,
for example. I mean, high-end PCs, I mean, Alex has demonstrably proven that it actually works and works in a playable sense. So, that's kind of where I think Microsoft should be putting their emphasis for now, at least on the software side and on PC. And then, there's a multitude of hardware out there that can use those features. So I don't think Phil is rowing the day, so to speak, with the arrival of PS5 Pro. It's just not really on their radar at the moment.